Hello, babies. Let me introduce myself real quick, because I'm the Deacon of Danger. I'm talking about the Duke of Destruction. I'm talking about the Bringer of 3Ds, and if you want to know about it, let me tell you. I'm talking about DDTs. I'm talking about Doomsday Devices, and I'm talking about Death Valley Drivers, baby. But let me go ahead and let you know something. It is a very, and I mean very, very exciting week for wrestling news. Not just wrestling, but wrestling news. Now, I made a promise that I wanted to focus on other bits of wrestling news, not just what goes on in the entertainment realm, but I'm going to make an exception at this moment. Because I'm not liking what Vince wants to do. Vince is going back to his old bag of tricks, and for all of y'all who don't know or too young to know or don't care to actually know about your wrestling history, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're being a dumbass. But the point is, for those of you who don't understand, Vince McMahon is already in talks with FITE TV. Now, FITE TV has a streaming service which allows you to watch many forms of combat sport. You have MMA, some boxing, and professional wrestling. Now, for me, I don't use the app often because I'm not often available to or in the right headspace to watch other wrestling. I do my local, I'll do the occasional pay-per-view. I don't even watch WWE like that, but then again, WWE's trash. But Vince wants to buy FITE. Now, to anybody else that would think, okay, it's a smart business move. Maybe Vince wants to get into, the other combat sports. No, that's not what the fuck he wants to do. Vince has never been interested in other combat sports. If that was the case, he would have went ahead and bought the UFC back in the day when the opportunity was fresh. Or at least Shane should have done it. But that's not the point. I know I'm rambling, but let's focus on the facts. The facts of the matter is that Vince wants to buy FITE. FITE is one of the best ways to watch wrestling outside of being in the area of that wrestling and or YouTube, because not everybody has a full YouTube show. For people who want to watch their local wrestling, the best way to watch it usually is FITE. Now, obviously, I have my ways to watch my shit. I have the app. I also have, but we don't need to talk about that. And I have YouTube. Now, YouTube specifically for those companies who put their shows on. Reality of Wrestling, Booker T promotion. They actually put their weekly shows on, which is fine. That's how I can keep updated with them if I'm not using the app. Also I can watch it on my local channel, on my local CW station, because that's what they partner with out here. But that does leave a problem for everybody else. And if Vince McMahon gets his hands on it, there runs the risk of you having to pay for the service instead of just the occasional pay-per-view and watching your free content, and then it still being free but having dashes of WWE propaganda in it. It's going to be propaganda basically. But the point of the matter is the fact that Vince is only doing this because it's going to hurt AEW. Kind of, because FITE TV have partnered with AEW with their previous shows. That's how a lot of people will be able to watch it. Currently, AEW doesn't really sit that bad because now they partner with BR Live, and they also have the Turner streaming service, which is great for them, but for the smaller companies it's different. For Ring of Honor, they have Honor Club. So they have alternatives for people who want to be able to watch it, because I myself cannot watch it on my local stations, cable or otherwise. So that is convenient for me to watch their free shows. Impact, if you're not going to watch it on Twitch, FITE works for the pay-per-views. I forgot they have their own streaming app, and a lot of these companies, they have their own stuff, but for the small guys it's different. I'm not a fan of it because I don't need Vince trying to basically buy into the market again. No, it's not him trying to buy the companies, but when you control the way that these other companies kind of get their brands out there, get their content out there, it's kind of concerning because AEW has done a great job going the blue collar route. They're going to small shows. They're popping up here and there. That was great on a marketing campaign. That was perfect. But what happens whenever you have Big Brother Vince basically controlling how people can watch your shit and still make money off of it? What's to say? You make the announcement that you're gonna let an AEW guy come through, and Vince is like, I see what you got there. You got a pretty good show. It's okay. Nobody I would want to sign, but I hear word that you're gonna let a Kip Sabian and a Sammy Guevara come on. No. How about you let insert minor talent that gets no love on the main roster, because NXT guys are actually worth a good bit of money for their stock. Yeah, instead of getting Sammy Guevara, Kip Sabian, those fucking flippy guys. Here, have EC3. He's not doing anything for me this week. Go ahead, enjoy it. No, you don't want it? The people want something? Well, that's fine. seems in a couple of weeks your contract with me is gonna be up. You see what I'm saying? It's concerning because I see Vince being that way. Vince plays dirty. Vince is a territory killer, and now he's trying to go ahead and do something about these other guys. And like I said, even if it's just to make money, Vince doesn't need to be the one to own that shit. Vince has the WWE Network. If these companies wanted to work with him, maybe they can do something like how Evolve was working with them to where they had the Evolve show going on. You know, Vince can do this shit, but it could be coming down to this whole new tier system. I want Vince's hands out of professional wrestling. Stay in your sports entertainment and who you partner with. Leave us the fuck alone. Now I had to get that little rant out because tonight is ladies' night. Oh yeah, ladies, it's time to give you a little shine. Now, what do you mean it's time for ladies' shine? Well, let me be specific. It's time for the women of AEW to get their shine and spotlight. Because what I appreciate about AEW, yes, you're gonna say it. I'm an AEW fan. Well, I think everything AEW is fucking great. No, I don't. But they actually do. They're actually pretty well on a consistent basis. Whenever they have something that's bad, I'll call it out for being bad. But when they do all right, I'm gonna call it all right. When they do fucking phenomenal, I do fucking phenomenal. I can't like it because guess what? Honestly, even if AEW's women's division might not be as pristine, and that's kind of going with consideration of the WWE style in mind, as physically pleasing as what WWE's matches have been with their women, I still appreciate it more, and I like their matches more. The women go out, they try, they hit hard, they get the shit done. But their women's roster, I'm excited about. More specifically, these new signees. Now then, we all know, if you haven't heard, there is going to be a women's Casino Battle Royale. That's what it is. A women's Casino Battle Royale at All Out. Basically, the winner's going to get an opportunity at the AEW women's title, which is fucking phenomenal. That's great. Now, for people who have been keeping track of the actual women a part of AEW, as in not just partnerships, but actually signed to the company, I believe that we're looking at what? We got Smiling Kylie Ray, we have Brie Priestley, we have Dr. Britt Baker, we have Nyla Rose, we have Brandy, we have Allie, we have the female librarian, can't remember her name off the top, but we have the female librarian. You know, now what I'm seeing, because on this week's Being Elite, they made an announcement for new entrants into the women's battle royale, which I feel are women signed to the company. Now, not officially confirmed, but I believe they're signed to the company. They could be. I gotta check my sources. But we have Teal Piper, the daughter of Rowdy Piper. Now that's an interesting one, because I've never really heard whispers of any of Rowdy's kids wanting to get into professional wrestling, much less his daughter, which is interesting, especially when you consider Ronda Rousey was kind of the woman that we all considered to be taking the mantle of Piper's legacy. But we have Teal Piper, we have Eva Lise. Eva Lise is fucking phenomenal. She fucking goes hard in the paint and go with the men. Is not afraid to get her hands dirty to get a little color on the face. I love Eva Lise. Eva Lise is going to be the thing, and that's going to be fucking phenomenal. But then on top of it, Jazz. Now, for those of y'all who are younger than, 2004 or 5, you don't know who the fuck Jazz is. But Jazz was a beast of a woman that was underappreciated in WWE. Granted, she was champion, yes, but I feel she could have done more. She honestly could have taken Chyna's place, as in being able to compete with men. And I missed that. But that's neither here nor there. Jazz is in some capacity with AEW. She's gonna be in this Casino Battle Royale, which I kind of want to see Jazz go up against Awesome Kong. And Awesome Kong, let's be honest, Awesome Kong has made an appearance at 2 of the last 3 AEW events of the year. That means to me that she's more than likely with the company to some capacity. Now, obviously, she is an actress. She's also a part of Glow Season 3. But that's the big thing. That's the great thing about AEW is the fact that they actually give their employees the opportunity to have outside ventures. They're not like the WWE where you're going to be forced to have to work travel strenuous distances every week, and you're gonna have to basically work for us and do all these extra ass house shows. No, you can work for the company, still have outside ventures. That's something that the Bucks and Cody said early on when it came down to the formation of the company, which is appreciative because guys can still wrestle with other companies to whatever degree is going to be allowed. I feel that it's a great way to have. It's a great way to be able to expand. It's a great way to control your the look of your stars. You can have guys that can be in for 1 week and kind of be out of sight to do whatever the fuck they need to do, or if you feel like they're being overexposed and you need to bring some outside talent in. This is good. This is good. Because also, little known fact, Nyla Rose also has her own show. It's called Switch. I would give it a watch. It's something that you should look into if you want to watch it. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I personally want to give it a shot. I just have an opportunity to watch it. Point being, the women of AEW get love, looks, and respect. Even if you go all the way back to All In with the first Fatal 4-Way, it was fucking phenomenal. Like, you got these are women that I didn't know anything about that basically put their hearts and their blood and flesh on the line to entertain us, and it was a good match. I fucking loved it. It was solid. Now let's go ahead and transition to the next show. Let's go to Double or Nothing. What do we have? We had two shows. We had the triple threat turned Fatal 4-Way between Britt Baker, Kylie Ray, Nyla Rose, and Awesome Kong at Double or Nothing. That was a nice little match. Personally, I was surprised. I was feeling it. It was good. Then you had the Joshi 3-Way, and I fucks with it. I fucks with Joshi wrestlers. Honestly, they go. I will say it. They go harder than any other female wrestlers on the planet. Fuck it. I'ma say it. They go the distance, and I love it. You know, and the only like really down look for a women's match in an AEW show was just Allie versus the female librarian on the opener. Now, that's not to say that's not me again. Not me saying that women can wrestle. Women can wrestle, and it's fine. AEW does good for the women. Let them do what they do. Let them be them. Let them be creative and get themselves out there. They will let them get themselves over, and I love it. Hell, whenever we all kind of had a thing to get ready to be him, she got us. She literally got us in a moment of sympathy that we all did not expect. I wasn't expecting to feel sympathetic for her because she's been building as a heel against Allie, and what the fuck happened? She comes out with a stunning promo package, getting me behind her before her match with Allie at Fight for the Fallen. Like, and then goes right back to being a fucking heel. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is more compelling than what you're getting with most of the WWE's product. And this is the women. It's not some tired-ass, played-out story mode. It's not betrayal. It's not faux friendship. Maybe a little bit on the beam, the elite. But the point is that they're being respected as wrestlers, as performers, athletes. And also being able to build their own thing that is convincing, that is compelling, that makes you want to watch it. That's what the women of AEW can do. What's going on in the WWE's women's division and how, not NXT. NXT does good, but I'm talking about in the WWE's main roster involving their women that's compelling right now. Go ahead and give me a story because honestly, there is no good build in my opinion. There is nothing that has been done that makes you want to watch any match. Like I said, this weekend, again, this is focusing on the women. This is not about to be a full WWE rant, but this is focusing on the women in comparison for how they're being treated in both of these companies. What matches do we have? We have... God, I actually have to remember. I need to remember because I wasn't thinking about it much. I wasn't planning on talking about this part, but I got into the spirit. Okay, so we have Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus. Charlotte didn't have anything going. Obviously, Charlotte is like the star that Vince loves. Vince loves him from Charlotte. That's that legacy money. That's that she's got the prestige that can go ahead and get anybody to want to tune in. Versus Trish Stratus, arguably one of the most important women in the WWE's women's division of all time. Cool. That's fine. I'm not interested. I wasn't interested in the build for it. There's nothing compelling about the whole matchup. I think it's really just to give Charlotte something to do because Lord knows we can't have a pay-per-view where Charlotte isn't in there to represent women's wrestling in WWE. Next, we have Natalya versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch had all the momentum in the world but last fall. She fucking had everybody behind her. And what the fuck has happened? She's been cooled off to basically being an ice cube when she was white hot. White hot. I'm overdoing it. She's not a fucking ice cube. Obviously, people are still following behind Becky. Becky is still holding on to some shred of her newfound popularity, but it's just not where it was. And honestly, that's not good. She was a star that was basically getting more looks than the men. Hell, she is co-covering the WWE 2K 2020, not 2020. I'm thinking politics. The WWE 2K20 game cover with Roman. Question: what title does Roman have? None. What title does her boyfriend Seth Rollins have? The Universal title. Now you're telling me that Becky is on the cover, but Seth Rollins, who is your Universal Champion at this moment, does not? She's covering this thing with Roman? And yet we don't have a very compelling story going into WrestleMania. It's a goddamn shame. Shame on you. I'm down. And then I'm not even sure what the hell is going on with Becky. Not Becky, with Bailey. The mistreatment of the women in the main roster is so terrible. Don't get me started on Asuka. That is the fucking saddest story on the world. Ooh, it's so ooh. But that's not the point. The point is that if right now you go ahead and watch the last episode of Road to All Out, and you see what's going on. Hell, if you just go back and watch anything involving the build for any women or any story modes going on, or any promo involving the AEW women's roster, you will understand what I'm talking about. And this is what people need to understand. When you want quality, you get away from the big thing and go to the right thing. That's why I love AEW. AEW is giving me quality. And not just chunking money in the big names out there. Obviously, they got the big names. The big names are the ones that got the company built. But at the same time, they're not afraid to give shout-outs to the smaller guys. And much more importantly, the women. The women. They getting this love. And I will argue anybody on any time of the day about who treats their women better. You know who's going to get it? AEW. You know who deserves it? AEW. You know who needs to get their shit together? WWE. And just women. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a man who loves professional wrestling, who is passionate about professional wrestling, and will call a spade and call bullshit on bullshit. Now, this is 18 minutes, so I gotta get the fuck out of here. Obviously, this is much longer than what I did, and these are basically just rants. I don't care. I'm shooting the shit on fucking pro wrestling. You can either deal with it or you can get shot down. Ooh, I got real. Point is, before you talk shit about it because it's either a popular thing or you think it's an outlaw mud show, see its strengths, acknowledge what it does great. Don't be afraid to have a thought about the bullshit, but don't hold the bullshit over the product itself. AEW treats their people right. And as far as I'm saying, it's all promising. Now, in minor news, because this is how I'm going to close it out, AEW has announced that in 2020, that they will be doing 4 more pay-per-views. We have it on 4 for the year. We had Double or Nothing, Fighter Fest, Fight for the Fallen. We're going to have All Out. Now, if this is going to be the format for what AEW does with their programming, their pay-per-views as well as their shows, that means that we get a quarter of every year to build for a pay-per-view. I'm fine with that. I would much rather have a high-quality built pay-per-view that costs me a little bit more than monthly bullshit that amounts to nothing. Every pay-per-view that is being put on by a show should matter. And if that's the case, you give me a low count, make them highest quality, you build for them properly, and you got me in the palm of your hands. But you know what? I'm out. That's what it is. Please like, comment, tell me what you want to know, or what companies or what local promotion you have that you want me to check out so I can talk about it. I'm going to be doing a video on Ring of Honor pretty soon. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here before 20 minutes, so I'll talk to you all later.